Look, we've all been there, running to the convenience store at 9 p.m. because the fridge ice tray is empty. Or worse, smells like old leftovers. Most people think all ice makers are basically the same loud, clunky boxes, but after testing the biggest names in the game, I found one that literally changed my morning routine. Today, I'm breaking down the absolute best countertop ice makers you can actually buy right now, ranging from budget-friendly workhorses to the legendary good ice machines. If you've been on the fence about whether these are worth the counter space, stick around, because our #1 pick has a feature I didn't even know I needed until it saved my last backyard BBQ. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm a bit of a nerd when it comes to kitchen tech, and if there's one thing I'm picky about, it's the quality of my ice. Whether you're a cocktail enthusiast, a dedicated iced coffee drinker, or you just like munching on those soft, crunchy nuggets, you know that the cloudy crescents from your freezer just don't cut it. I've spent the last few weeks living with these machines, measuring how fast they drop those first cubes, and seeing which ones are actually quiet enough to keep in a home office. We've ranked these based on speed, ice texture, and long-term reliability. Let's get into the list. Moving on to a machine that I personally think hits the absolute sweet spot for most people, the EUHOMY Countertop Nugget Ice Maker. If the high-end models feel a bit too tech-heavy for your kitchen, but you still want that specific, crunchable, Sonic-style ice, this is the one you need to pay attention to. First and foremost, let's talk about the ice itself. This isn't those hard, clear blocks that take forever to melt. It's that soft, airy nugget ice that's basically designed for chewing. It absorbs the flavor of whatever you're drinking. So when you get to the bottom of your iced coffee or soda, you've got these little flavor bombs waiting for you. Don't let the compact footprint fool you. This machine is a workhorse, pumping out about 34 pounds of ice per day. In my testing, it started dropping those first nuggets in just about 6 to 10 minutes. It's perfect for those of us who forget to prep for a party until the last second. By the time you've finished setting out the snacks, you've already got enough ice for the first round of drinks. We've all seen those horror stories of moldy ice machines, right? This one has a dedicated self-cleaning mode that runs a deep cycle for about 15 to 20 minutes with a single button press. Plus, the top cover is completely removable, so you can actually get in there with a cloth and see what you're doing, which is a huge win for long-term hygiene. It's surprisingly portable. It comes with a sturdy carry handle and a scoop holder built right into the back. Whether you're moving it from the kitchen to the backyard bar or taking it along in the RV for a weekend trip, it's light enough to handle without needing a workout. It runs at under 50 decibels too, which is basically the sound of a quiet conversation, so it won't drown out your music or your guests. Now, for the gadget lovers who want a little extra flair in their kitchen, we have the GoveeLIfe Smart Portable Ice Maker. If you're familiar with Govee, you know they basically own the smart lighting space, and they've brought that same tech-first energy to this machine. It's one of the most unique-looking units I've tested, and it actually lives up to the hype if you're looking for a mix of speed and automation. This machine is a speed demon. It can churn out 9 bullet-shaped ice cubes in as little as 6 minutes. What's really cool is that it gives you 3 different size options: small, medium, or large. Most portable units only give you 2, so having that middle ground size for things like iced coffee or water bottles is a subtle but very welcome feature. It can produce up to 26 pounds of ice per day, which is plenty for a busy household or a small gathering. This is where GoveeLIfe really pulls ahead of the competition. You can connect this to the Govee Home app via Wi-Fi or Bluetooth, allowing you to start or stop ice production from literally anywhere. I found myself scheduling it to start making ice 15 minutes before I got home from work, and having a fresh bin waiting for me is a total luxury. It's also compatible with Alexa and Google Assistant. So, Alexa, make ice is now a legitimate command in my kitchen. It wouldn't be a Govee product without some lighting, right? The ice basket features built-in RGB lights that don't just look cool. They actually serve a purpose. They change color to give you a visual status update, like letting you know when the water is low or the basket is full. But you can even customize the colors in the app to match your kitchen's vibe or cyberpunk your ice-making experience. They've clearly looked at what people find annoying about other machines. For example, the ice scoop actually snaps magnetically to the side of the unit. It sounds like a small thing, But never having to dig for a scoop buried under a mountain of ice is a massive win in my book. It's compact, looks premium with its sleek black or silver finish, and fits easily under standard kitchen cabinets. Next up is the GEVI Household V 2.0 Nugget Ice Maker. If you've been looking for that premium kitchen aesthetic, but don't want a machine that takes up half your counter, this is a serious contender. It's got a much more streamlined, modern look than some of the bulkier units we've seen, and the build quality feels substantial the second you pull it out of the box. GEVI really nailed the texture with this version. It's a true nugget ice maker, creating those small, airy, and incredibly crunchy pellets that people go crazy for. Because it's so porous, it's a legend at soaking up the flavor of your drink. If you're a lifelong ice chewer, your teeth, and your dentist will thank you, because these nuggets are soft enough to crunch without the stress of a hard ice cube. For a machine this size, the production is actually impressive, and it's rated to pump out about 30 to 34 pounds of ice a day. In my house, it started dropping the first fresh nuggets in about 15 minutes. It's definitely fast enough to keep up with a family of 4, or a small dinner party where the drinks are flowing. One of my favorite features is the versatility and how you get water into it. You can do the standard open and pour method directly into the front, or you can use the included 10-foot hose to hook it directly to a water line. Having that auto refill option is a total game changer for high-use areas like a home office or a wet bar, because you never have to think about refilling the tank again. They've clearly worked on the acoustics for the V 2.0. It runs at under 45 decibels, which is quieter than most dishwashers. You'll hear the occasional clink as the ice drops. But the compressor hum is very low profile. Plus, the self-cleaning cycle is thorough. You just hit one button, and it runs a deep flush for about 5 to 8 minutes to keep everything tasting fresh and scale-free. The moment you've all been waiting for. The machine that actually took me by surprise and secured the #1 spot. You might think you know the GE Profile Opal 2.0 Nugget Ice Maker because it's all over social media. But after putting the latest Ultra version through its paces, I realized the hype isn't just marketing. It's actually a masterpiece of engineering. Let's be real. GE literally created the category of good ice for home use, and the Opal 2.0 Ultra is the peak of that evolution. Unlike the bullet-shaped ice that can be hard on your teeth, this produces legitimate, compacted flakes of ice that are airy, soft, and satisfy that specific crunch craving perfectly. It doesn't just chill your drink. It becomes part of the experience because those nuggets soak up the flavor of your beverage like a sponge. While some machines make you wait, the Opal 2.0 starts dropping those glorious nuggets in under 10 minutes. It's capable of churning out a massive 38 pounds of ice per day. If you're hosting a summer bash or a holiday dinner, this is the only countertop unit I've tested that can actually keep up with a crowd without running dry. As a tech enthusiast, this is where it won me over. The built-in Wi-Fi isn't a gimmick. Through the Smart HQ app, I can schedule the machine to wake up and start making ice at 7 a.m., so it's ready for my morning iced coffee. You can even use Alexa or Google Assistant. Just saying, "Hey Google, turn on the Opal," and hearing it start to hum in the other room is a level of convenience I didn't think I needed. This unit comes with the detachable side tank, which effectively triples your water capacity. But the genius part is the recirculating system. As the ice in the bin slowly melts, the machine captures that water, filters it, and turns it right back into fresh ice. It's a closed-loop system that ensures you aren't wasting water, and that the ice sitting in your bin is always the freshest possible batch. Next up is a machine that's been making some serious waves for its crystal-clear approach to nugget ice. The GVE Adela. If you're the type of person who finds the white, opaque ice from cheaper machines a little uninspiring, this one is designed specifically to level up the aesthetics of your drinks. It's got a very clean, modern vibe that feels more like a high-end espresso machine than a utility appliance. The big selling point here is the ice quality. GVI designed the Adela to produce nuggets that are noticeably more translucent and crisp looking than standard machines. It uses a specific freezing process that minimizes trapped air, resulting in nuggets that don't just look better in a whiskey glass or a cocktail, but also melt even slower, so your drink stays at that perfect temp without getting watered down instantly. I've reviewed plenty of machines where the ice basket feels like an afterthought, but the Adela features a custom-designed, removable basket with a really sturdy ergonomic handle. It also has a built-in leak-proof valve at the bottom. This unit is equipped with a large 3.75-liter water tank, which feeds into a 2.5-pound ice basket. It's rated to produce up to 35 pounds of ice per day. To keep that crystal-clear ice tasting fresh, GEVI included a dedicated self-cleaning function that helps reduce mineral buildup and bacteria. So, at the end of the day, whether you're chasing that perfect Sonic-style crunch or you just need a machine that can keep up with a massive backyard party, there is finally a countertop option that actually does the job without the headache. I've dropped the links to all these machines in the description below. And since I'm always hunting for a deal, those are affiliate links that'll get you these at a serious discount while helping support the channel. If this deep dive helped you pick your next kitchen upgrade, hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss the next teardown. Let me know in the comments which one is landing on your counter. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.